Well, welcome to another exciting episode of Painting with MenothJohn, Judicator to y'all. As you can see, we've got a different format here, and my voice has clearly changed. I've recently gone through puberty over the weekend. At the age of 44, it was a hell of a bitch. Grew 4 feet over the weekend.
Now you're what?
Nice, 3'9". As you can see, we have live assholes in the studio. We've got Trevor Christensen from Chain Tech Podcast. Pay no attention. If you watch the video on this thing, you'll go freaking blind.
Yeah.
Because it's like 30 seconds out of phase and all kinds of crap. Your job is to keep a close eye on the chat window in case somebody says something meaningful. My public demands to be heard. And so you've got that job.
There's nobody in there that I want to hear from.
Well, thanks, John Spencer. That's awesome. Thank you for trolling me in the chat window already. And then also, like I said, we got Trevor Christensen from Chain Tech Podcast, and we've got Steampunk Jim from the internet, and
which is a big deal.
It is
the internet.
Deal.
It's really big.
Serious business.
There's a lot of pipes in it.
Yes, full of tubes it is. And we just got back from Adepticon.
That we did.
We got down there on Thursday, so we thought we'd get the group together here. We are no longer interested in playing any War Machine for a while, or at least tonight. And so we busted out Quarriors, and we thought it'd be great to play a game of Quarriors in case you've never played it before. It's a dice building game. Think of it sort of like, I don't know, Dominion with dice.
Maybe?
Yeah, that's a pretty good description.
With funky powers and shit. And we thought we would do a little talking about our worship of JVM. And in case you didn't hear, Jake Van Meter did win the Masters at Adepticon this year, and he was playing Legion. This is a shock.
Indeed.
I wasn't expecting him. I thought he for sure was going to play Rulik.
Yeah, that's what we heard.
But that's Keith Christensen's day. So, we don't want to, I'm sure he didn't want to step on the purple toes of Keith Christensen. Let's see who we got here. Yes, we're playing Quarriors. It's going to be good times. I don't know that we'll actually teach you how to play Quarriors in the amount of time we have here this evening, because I don't really know how much time we're going to have here this evening. As you can hear, my sultry, dulcet tones are a little screwed up. This was, I decided to take efficiency to a whole new place by going to this con, by getting con crud before I went to the con.
And then passing
it out. I think I could play the role of patient zero. So, I'm drinking Diet Mountain Fury tonight. It is the official drink of Hordes players everywhere. It's by Roundy's, which is a local grocery store. You may have heard of them, but probably not. So I'm drinking that tonight. And what are you guys drinking?
Water.
Yeah, as you can see, we were really kicking it up hard here at Painting with MenothJohn.
We got a little dehydrated.
Cons will do that to you.
Yep.
Cons will do that to you. So, this is Quarriors, and let's get this thing set up. So, what events did you play this weekend, Trevor?
I played in Hardcore. I played in the Blood, Sweat, and Tears event. And I played in the Who's the Boss event.
Hang on, I'm going to turn down frickin' Bob Ross. Alright. I thought y'all might like to have some theme music for the show. Okay. Now it's just us talking.
Indeed.
Ooh, it was kind of nice having a little bit of Bob Ross in there.
Yeah, we're going to have to make up for the difference.
Alright. So you played in Who's the Boss? And
Who's the Boss, Blood, Sweat, and Tears, and Hardcore.
So basically everything but the team event.
Yes. I didn't have a team to get into the team event.
I guess we didn't sign up. We kind of cut you. Hey, well, that's because you signed up late.
I did sign up really late. I got onto the wait lists on pretty much every event, but I got into everything. So one thing you should know at cons is you can get into almost any event you want. You just need to show up.
Yep, get on that wait list.
Unless you're really late on the wait list.
Absolutely. And, Jim, what did you participate in this weekend?
I did Hardcore and Who's the Boss, and that was it. And then lots and lots of Iron Arena.
Yeah. I signed up for Blood, Sweat, and Tears and Speed Machine and
Who's the Boss?
And Who's the Boss. I actually participated in Who's the Boss 3 of the 4 rounds.
Yep. We got a little sleepy.
I was sick as a damn dog, and I was about ready to quit the damn game until my drugs kicked in late in the second game. Actually, a wind helped a little bit too.
That did help.
As it turns out, Absolonia, under no circumstances, should be allowed in Protectorate. That's a little clue out there. DC, in case you're tuning in, I know you're a big fan.
That's for you, buddy.
That's for you. And I know that Absolonia in Protectorate was something you were considering, but I would really recommend against it, because being able, it's like Darius, but someone that doesn't suck. So, all right. So I've got the basic quiddity out there. You've got your 8. You've got your 8. Okay, we need to get some browns out here. You get 4 browns each. Anything good coming in? God, we've got all kinds of people here today. We've got, see who's normally in here. That's normally in here. Tadgo, you're a regular. John Spencer. We got Forsaken Pop Tart out there. That's awesome. That's awesome. Oh. Somebody's talking about Devil Squid. I'm very sorry for them. Just play a game with Devil Squid. That game is awesome. Yes. Probably even more awesome if Devil Squid wasn't involved in the game.
Did you get your 4, though?
Yeah, I got my 4.
I only have my 4. Who's taking care of me? All right, here we go. Okay, so to play Quarriors, just so it's quite aside, you start with this stuff called quiddity. It's like money, and you've got creatures. Some of them have quiddity on them too. You get 8 of these white ones and 4 of these brown ones, and that's about as much teaching as I'm going to do on this game.
Yeah, you're on your own.
Yeah, pretty much. We're not. This is a painting pod. This is a drinking podcast for the painting problem, and we're not going to teach you how to do board games. We're just going to play them in front of you. So now we need to deal out some spells. So we're going to shift that. So how'd you do in your matches? Actually, I don't remember most of what happened in your. That sounded like a really canned question that I was asking you, but I don't honestly remember because I was either sick or drugged.
Let's see. The earlier in the day, the better, for the most part. At hard.
What she said?
Yeah.
There we go.
Let's go with that.
I'm fine with that. So first round in hardcore, I faced a Menoth player playing Krios.
Woohoo!
And he looked across the table at my list, which was a epic Makeda list with an Archidon and a Mullet Karn.
So you really stretched the outside the envelope.
I did. People were wondering how I did it.
Woohoo!
And he moved up.
We have 18 viewers. How'd that happen? What?
How many?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
He was pretty concerned about my threat ranges, so he cast Defender's Ward on Krios, and he camped the rest, or 4 of them. I don't know if that's the rest. Anyway, and he moved up, stayed about as far back as he thought he could, and he actually put the Zealots with Greater Destiny up early at the top of turn 1, or bottom of turn 1.
That's really early.
Yeah, well, I mean, he wanted them to kind of be a screen.
Yeah.
So on my turn, I put Rush on Mullet Karn. I cast Road to War, and I sent Mullet Karn across. He hit a Zealot, sidestepped, didn't kill the Zealot because he had Greater Destiny.
You target him.
Yeah. I had another Zealot and a member of Rovin's Honor Guard, and I should have chose the Zealot, and I actually chose the Honor Guard, killed him, sidestepped to Krios, who was at armor 21.
Yeah.
And then proceeded to buy 5 attacks on him. I had puppet strings on Mullet Karn, but I never had to use it. My final roll rolled up exactly what I needed to. It hit the last hit point off of Krios, and my Mage Hunter score for round 1 was 1 because I killed the Honor Guard instead of hitting the other Zealot.
So in Mage Hunter, that's where you try to get the smallest number possible, and that's how many models you kill before you pull off the assassination.
Yeah, so for those who haven't played Hardcore much in previous years, Hardcore was all about trying to get the fastest caster kill, and everyone was always timed, and people would raise their hand and scream that they got a caster kill, and a lot of times it was about getting into the loser's bracket and trying to find that one person that would let you get it off really quickly.
Would you like to rephrase that? We are not supportive of any of that here. This is a family show. Not really. Anyway, so yes.
So anyway, they changed it this year, and instead it became who could kill a caster before, like the least amount of models it took them to kill.
Makes sense.
Okay, and they made it so that basically if the first round the best score is tied, then you go to the next best score. So to get multiple good scores, you have to win multiple rounds. You can't just kind of lose 3, and then the 4th round, when you're against the guy who's also lost 3 times, you kill him real quick, and then you win Mage Hunter.
Well, that's good. I mean, that kind of takes some of the gamesmanship out of it and gets more to kind of what they're trying to do.
A little bit. And at that point, at the end of the first round, I thought, that's cool. I got 1 model. Even though I kind of screwed up, I should have got 0.
Yeah.
That's probably not going to be the winning score. I really thought the winning score was going to be 0. So I kind of threw it in the back of my mind. I was more concerned about trying to qualify for Masters, not really worried about getting more Mage Hunter scores.
We have already talked more about actual War Machine, the game, on this
than ever before.
Than ever before combined.
I'm sorry.
No problem. We're just breaking new ground. We believe in innovation here at Painting with MenothJohn. And I think we're all set up on the game.
Yep.
Appreciate that on the Mage Hunter thing there. We're going to start it off. And since this is my show, I'm going to start. And I'm going to pull 6 of these cubes. Some people call them dice. And I'm going to put these out here. You can't look at it. Don't look in the bag. Don't check your sack when you're not supposed to. And we do believe, however, in double entendre. And we've got, we've got 2, 4, 5, and we have a creature. We've got a brown creature. They're known as assistants. So I don't know, they take stenography or something. I'm going to pay 1 quiddity to put them up. And that leaves me with 4 quiddity. And I will use a technique pioneered in Logan, Utah. For those of you who don't know, it's known as the portal strategy. I'm going to spend 4 of these quiddity to buy a portal. This was a technique developed by the Director of Directed Energy, Heather Kramer. And we're going to put that over here. And that passes my turn.
So I make it my turn?
Sure. And all these dudes over here are now in my spend pile. I'm going to try and find a decent place to put them so I don't confuse them. Jim, what did you play first?
Played in hardcore first. Ended up going 2-2. Played 1 game against a really cool Signar player.
So hardcore for those people who don't know out there in Radio Land, because I'm sure nobody who watches this crap has ever played the game. There's a 14-inch kill box.
Yep.
We're not going to explain that, so we're going to go into details of things you already know, but may not know that part.
Yeah.
And then there's a box in the middle.
Yeah, so you got your box around the outside that if you move outside of it, you take damage. You've got your box in your inside that if you control it, you deal damage to your opponent. Mm-hmm. And then it's just caster kill. Okay. So I took Borka with pretty beast-heavy build.
I hear he's hard to kill.
Yeah, that's basically I'm just going to be as hard to kill as I can. Ran into a Signar player, went down pretty close down to the end. He got a little desperate and tried to get in a position where he could get to Borka the next turn. Mm-hmm. And then Borka was able to just step out and take care of him. Second turn, I played against Chad from Muse on Minis. Probably my favorite game of the weekend, I would say.
Is he your favorite guy on Muse on Minis?
Now he is, because he's such a sweetheart.
Is he better than John Demers?
Yeah.
But he's less French, isn't he?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
Hate the French on Painting with MenothJohn.
But we ended up going all the way to dice down, and he beat me on points in the zone, because when the points in the zone get doubled, and it was pretty close. That was a really good game. Lost against a brutal Kriok 2 list. And ended up...
you may have seen him just re-roll a die. That's not cheating, although I don't put it past him. On the brown dice, there are little recycle things. Very green game, and it allows you to do a re-roll.
All right, we're putting him out. So in the last round, ran against an Epigaspi player and won that one. Ended 2-2.
Okay, so your creature does not beat my creature, so it's
yep.
So what are you gonna buy?
Just chills. I've got 6. So I'm gonna read some cards.
Yeah, I don't know what half of these things do.
Yeah, me neither.
So you went 2-2 in hardcore.
Yep.
Let's see. My first event was the theme tournament and for the theme tournament that started at 7 p.m., I played Iron Arena for that. I mostly played Iron Arena. I started off Iron Arena against a very nice Signar player, if there is such of a thing, and he was playing Striker 1, and I was playing Efior Adjudicator, and so his +5 armor doesn't mean much when I can crank up Adjudicator to power strength 24, and so I just hit things until they died. That's pretty much how it went. Then I won. I did come to a startling revelation over the weekend, one that I think that most people who play this game probably have come to. This game's just straight up broken right now unless you're playing some type of scenario. If you're not playing scenario, this game is almost unplayable at this point.
Oh, yeah.
Because you can just play Ring Around the Colossal until the day ends, and it's ridiculous. So I think that for those of you out there who are normally just painting with MenothJohn, you should have a scenario for your painting. Like if your model doesn't get painted at least halfway up, you kill box yourself by the end of the show. Or perhaps you could have a scenario where you have your paint brushes and your paints, and if they're less than 4 inches from each other, then you can control the paints or something like that. So keep that in mind when you're painting. And this is some tips we're giving here to help you enjoy your painting with MenothJohn experience. Okay, so my creature survived back around to me, and I'm what color? Red. Okay, so I scored a whopping point. A 3-player game of Quarriors goes to 15 points. So this could be the longest podcast of Painting with MenothJohn ever. Okay, so I score him. He goes in here. Now I get to cull one of these lousy-ass white dice, which means I put it out of its misery and put it back out into the wild. And then I shake my sack. It's the sound of a shaking sack at a guy my age. See, I got 3 dice there, and there better be 3 more in here. Because you start off with... There you go. All right. So I'm going to shake these guys. And I got Bubkiss. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can't really do anything. What the hell does this orange devil thing do anyway?
Not anything you need to know.
Okay, when your mischievous imp is summoned...
Not the dice you're looking for.
Oh, this is a good one.
No,
I want one of them.
It's shitty. You don't want any of this.
I want that one. He's cute, too. When mischievous imp is summoned, you may cull 1 die from your used or spent pile. I'll have some of that, please.
It's cull where you take it out?
Yeah, that's where you take it out, yeah.
Oof. Wow, that's pretty good.
Yeah, we liked it, the imp. So this is a pro tip from Painting with MenothJohn that if you play Quarriors while you're painting, you'll probably get paint on your cards, which is bad. But the imp is worth going for, especially this guy. That's like the cheap one too. It cost 4. Okay, so
I don't know what you're talking about.
So what is immunity?
It has immunity. That means that it can't catch cold.
Good to know. Good to know.
There might be some rules over here. We should probably read those. I would suggest the small book.
Yeah,
because the small books are usually better than the big books. Quarriors is kind of a game that jumped the shark. They came out with the first Quarriors game, which is just straight up awesome, and then they did the Rise of the Demons one, also awesome because it brought in this thing of called Corrupted Quiddity, which were dice that you could put in other people's hands that were garbage, and then there was this Quarriors Quarmageddon, which gives this sweet like box that you can organize all your dice in. That's awesome. And then don't buy any more of them because it's like $40 for like 6 dice and a couple cards. It's like, really, WizKids? Come on. So what happened on your turn here?
I rolled 5 quiddity and a creature.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't
you have one out from before?
Assistant.
Was that?
He's
Jim?
next. So
okay,
it's
that's Jim's. Okay.
So I got the creature out, and I bought my second of these unimportant. You should not notice them imps. Just ignore them.
What's an imp?
It's not that.
I'm not falling for.
Don't worry about the orange dice.
You would think I'm good. No, that was Jar Jar Binks. I was trying to do the guy with the bad nose, who is not at all racially insensitive.
No, not any of those.
How is that movie racist? Funny coming from me.
Yes, we learned a very valuable lesson this
that
weekend.
I am full of compassion.
That John
I'm
is
full of compassion. You will not
John
say
is
that.
a horrible racist, everyone.
I am not. I cannot believe you said that on the internet. That's bullshit.
All right, so you made it through. So
I love the French.
Get one.
So, black?
Yep, I'm black.
Okay. Can you score 1?
Yep, score 1. And here's my next set of dice.
These dice need to be different. These cubes need to be different colors. They're not different enough for me.
So we're going to spend 1, put another creature out, and I think I'm going to take an imp.
There's a run on imps, folks. Everybody's going for the imps.
I hear they're pretty good.
Yep. So
I thought I was going to get away with taking them silently, but...
Nope. So we started off talking about hardcore, or did we start talking about, what did we talk about?
We talked about hardcore round 1.
Okay, so then what was after that? I don't think we want to hear about every round.
Every round?
But
Okay.
tell me one highlight from the rest of hardcore.
Why don't we talk about the game I lost then?
Okay, that's good.
So I went 3-1. The game I lost was against a Rasheth player. And I have to eat a little...
Andy McButterpants?
Yeah, I have to eat a little crow because I killed all my other opponents handedly. And the guy that I rated worst in survivability on the show, on my podcast, was the one guy I could not kill. But he kind of got all of his stuff. He had 2 units of posse, kind of got him in my face, and I couldn't really... I dealt with him okay. I had 1 round where I left 1 Fury on Mullet Karn, thinking that I'd probably be alright, and I rolled an 11, and Mullet Karn decided that he'd eat my Archidon for lunch.
Nom.
And so that round did not go quite as well as I'd hoped. It did go to time, but he had more models left in the zone, and I lost. So I was a little disappointed in that, but... You know, whatever.
Fatty's hard to deal with.
He can be. The guy was very canny. He kept like a bunch of stuff around him.
Yeah.
So that the Archidon couldn't land near him. And then he kept his sentry out, basically between me and the Archidon, or him and the Archidon.
So the locker would be all over him.
Right. So trying to keep Mullet Karn off of him too. So he had the sentry really up front, and he did his feet at the right time, and he had his agonizers in really good positions.
Cool.
He just played a really good game. I tried really hard. It was not a great matchup for me, but
for those who are watching here on the show who don't know what an agonizer is, why don't you explain what an agonizer is? And how only good people play.
How to explain the agonizer?
I will explain the agonizer this way. He's not the agonizer you're looking for.
Yeah.
It's much like that orange die right there.
Yeah, well, he went to calling me a racist on the internet. Just completely unfucking true. Anyway, look it up on the internet. That's what Wikipedia is for. Look up agonizer war machine. Or agonizer hordes. Only bad people play Scorn. Anyway, so you're up.
Okay.
What? Anything else from you? Played hardcore. So what else? Any other big moments on hardcore?
Not particularly.
Who was your favorite opponent?
All weekend or during hardcore?
During hardcore.
Yeah, definitely Chad during hardcore.
Okay. Well, that doesn't make for very good radio or television then, because we already talked about that.
Yeah, because I already said that.
Yeah, so we don't want to talk about that anymore. Well, I'm going to save a revelation about Chad for later on in the show when we get to that part. It's kind of sad. Let's see. So what came next then, Jim?
Next, we didn't have any official events for a bit. We just played some games. Played a game against Chuck Ellswick, which was a riot.
Turns out he's kind of fun.
Yeah, he's a pretty cool guy.
Yeah.
I like that guy.
So much for the imps, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep, imps are gone.
Everybody, pro tip, take imps. Chuck's freaking hysterical.
Chuck made it a point this entire weekend to troll JVM as hard and as often as possible, and it was well worth it.
Anything interesting in the chat room there?
I'd have to get over here and read.
I took my glasses off. I can't see a goddamn thing. Should I close? Let me close down the.
How do I close that? Just click.
Click on
that.
Nope, the other one.
That one.
Yep. There
All right.
We're going to read some things off the chat room because we've got a lot of
All right,
people
so
there.
questions are, what creatures do we have in play?
Okay, right now we've got the Quake Dragon, the cost 8 dragon, not the big, mighty, powerful one. We've got the Strong, Mischievous Imp, which is now no longer available because that went like hotcakes. We have the Mighty Death Dealer, which is an interesting one. That's a powerful one. Who took Death Dealers?
Oh, I got 2 now.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Then we have Lord of the Quarry, which I haven't used before. A lot of these are in the expansions, so this is interesting. Some of these I've never seen before. Then we have the Mighty Demonic Overlord. Sounds powerful. It's a cost 9. It's got an attack of 10. Actually,
Holy crap.
Actually, it's better than the dragon. And then we have the Corrupted Scavenging Goblin. I have one of those I know in my spend pile. And then we've got the Corrupted Ghostly Spirit, which has a wall of text on it that I'm not feeling. Actually, the Death Dealer has a much bigger wall of text.
So next question, what's a war machine?
What's a war machine? It's, why are you watching this show?
Yeah, why don't you ask your mom?
I don't have an answer for that. It's a magic robot that's steam powered and makes me feel bad for having to explain that. Anyway.
The next one is Icon has focus? Question mark?
You can have all the focus you need. Because
all right.
Here at Painting with MenothJohn, you can get all the focus you want.
The next question, and this one's an important question.
Okay.
Who isn't less French than Jean de Marie?
Who isn't less French? Gerard Depardieu?
Actually, someone else said that as well. So that is obviously the number one answer on the board.
Be a little careful leaning on this thing because this table's about 1,000 years old.
Yeah,
if you
indeed.
break it out, they'll kill you on the internet.
They will?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Or I will.
Let's see. Are we using any of the expansions? I think we've answered that.
We got the Cormageddon and we've got the Rise of the Demonic Overlords thingy. Rise of the Demons.
I'm not going to ask that question. Something about chat roulette and masturbation, I don't know.
Wow.
And then...
We went to a dark place.
Did Chuck have his big die? He did, but I don't know the story behind that.
I don't know that. Someone in the chat room, let's hear about Chuck's big die.
It was sitting there, I saw it, but I don't know
quite
what it's
impressive. And then he lifted his shirt and I wanted to die.
Yeah, I saw both his large chest and belly as well as his butt.
We also got a chance to see Stubbs' ginormous gash on his ass, where he had hip replacement surgery.
In the middle of the
He's walking around the fucking cot. Hey, have you seen my huge scar?
Completely
drops trowel in the middle of the damn...
It was an experience. It was... That will never...
I love Stubbs, but he's like one of the only people in the community that's older than me. And it's like, God damn, really? Mid-50s white man ass is just not that awesome. Anyway, so you done with your turn?
Yeah, I'm done.
All right, I scored 2 more. So I'm up to 3.
So 1/5 of the way.
This show would be way better if I had people here all the time. So now I'm yes, I am 1/5. Thank you, Stephen Hawking. All right, so I'm going to pull some dice out of my bag. I got nothing. Oh, we got an imp. Imp in the house. Imp in a portal. All right, so we're going to shake some imp. Not an imp. Oh! I got full on imp. Okay, so we got hot imp on imp action. Let's see. So I got a portal. I'm going to put him over here, and that will get me another die out of my sack. There's one left. Reaching into the sack. You want dead air? In there. So I've got... I need 3 quiddity to put him up. And then I get to call a die, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so did you find out what immunity means?
No, I couldn't find it.
All right, so we'll invent a rule.
Anybody at home know what immunity means?
I hope, yeah. Come on, chat room, work for me here. Okay, so then I use 3 to get him up, and then I can cull 1 from my used pile, and then I have 3 left, and I can get a spell. All right, suck it.
What's the defense on that guy?
3. Not awesome. So, I'm going to start looking up immunity. Let's see here. You guys can banter while I'm...
Banter. and more banter.
Yes.
Uh,
Stop rolling rerolls.
Okay, apparently I will. So that evening, played Blood, Sweat, and Tears. It was a bit rough because I was so tired from all the travel, all the other stuff, and a long day. But I did fairly well. Enjoyed it. Had a really shitty game with one of the players who was one of the biggest douchebags I've ever played against. We won't name any names, but was not happy with the game. But overall, it was fun. I played Rasheth Tier 4 and Zal Tier 3, and took Feral Slaughterhousers in my list. And my first opponent was Walter, the guy who won Hardcore, and he was taking Gotvana, and believe it or not, takedown's great against her.
Real good.
But he was able to outmaneuver me and kind of lock down the one flag and contest the one that was in the middle. We were playing Incursion, and so he beat me on Scenario. I misplayed it quite a bit, but he played a great game, so it was fun. But did you kill anybody?
I'm going to now.
Don't do that.
So 3.
That's everybody.
Yeah, well, that kills him, and then it doubles my 3 to a 6 when it rolls over to you.
A number of creatures have a special called immunity. These creatures, though they're linked to equity, natural, true stubbornness, cannot be affected by any spells, effects, or creature abilities that your opponents hurl at them. They are not, unfortunately, immune to damage during an attack. Only effects and abilities described on power cards are blocked by immunity.
I see.
So 3 against your 3.
Is that 3 that we're talking about here?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, okay.
I think so. I don't know. I got thrown off there.
And that makes you up to a 6?
Well,
defense?
yeah, no, it's 6 attack.
Wow.
The first one I kill, then doubles it.
Yeah. I tried to put up Twitch TV on the iPad so it would be a little bit easier for us to see the chat room, but Twitch TV is absolutely diseased on the iPad, so we're struggling a little bit there.
That's okay. I need better eyes so I can read it from here.
Yeah, I need better eyes too. I'm going to try one more time to look it up on here. So, are you in the process of buying something there, buddy?
No, I'm done.
Okay. Oh, look at this. It's actually on here now. I'll turn the volume off. See if we can get the chat room up. See if it comes on. Or not. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and stick some dice back in the bag. So one of my highlights for my arena was we had a return to the battle of who spells Christensen correctly. I played against Keith Christensen, who was out looking for baby seals to abuse to practice Gotvana. He was borrowing Will Pagani's Circle Army, and so he goes, "Hey John, you want to play a game?" I say, "Sure." And then he throws out Gotvana, and I put down Efiora, Judicator, Bone Mobile, some Bastions, some other stuff that died really fast, and it didn't turn out very well for me. I ground, and I made the comment to somebody who was playing over by me. I said, "Wow, look at all that stuff over there I killed." Then he feeded, and all that stuff I'd killed came up right back in front of me. It was like, sea of dudes. And Chad from Museum Minis was watching the game, and he goes, "Chad, the look on your face." And I was pretty sad panda. And so I got one of these guys, which is not going to do anything to you. The 2, 4, 6. I have 6, and I'll take a Mighty Death Dealer. And it turned out that one of the mechanics that works really super hot with Gotvana is you bring War Puppies with, and you bring Reeves. And she goes ahead and this works really good because the Reeves shoot something and they can CRA, that's combined range attack, and hit something, and then Keith, in only a way that Keith can do, goes bark bark, and the wolf puppy runs in with POW 13 boosted attack and damage, and that's kind of serious business. And I attacked one of them with that will take care of mine. I attacked them with mechanics, and I killed one of them with a mechanic. When what I should have done was run the mechanics over by the adjudicator, because when you got Ethior and adjudicator, you got a chip into chance. And eventually, I lost that game on scenario because I just couldn't weed through the sea of dudes fast enough to move over to contest the other flag. So, but it was fun playing Keith, and I learned some stuff from Will Pagani about some potential strategies. Because Protector doesn't have access to remove for play, and so it's very difficult to shut her feet down. But even beyond her feet, the way she can hurt herself to get rerolls, and then if something kills something, which it inevitably is going to, she just heals it right back up. And so it's literally almost limitless the amount of rerolls that she can pull off, which pretty much turns it into, how high can I spike the dice whenever I need them to? It's just ridiculous. All right, so you didn't do anything to that imp, so it's up to me, huh? All right.
I'm the only guy who hasn't scored, and you're trying to kill my imp.
Yes. You were the only one that
That is
almost. Well, you made it to Masters.
Oh, he's going to rub it in now.
Almost made it.
No, I'm sad for you. We'll kind of cut to the sad portion of the show. This would be a part where we might...
This isn't that sad.
This would be the part where we might release the Kraken, but we're not drinking at all on the show tonight, I promise you that. So, Masters qualified from the Tears for Fears tournament and the hardcore.
Tears for Fears.
Whatever.
The blood, sweat, and tears in the hardcore, yeah.
So, yes, a mid-80s band shows up, and you have to play irritating songs from the Breakfast Club. I think they're from the Breakfast Club. Anyway, suck it! I don't have enough quiddity to make this work. But I do have a chip and a chance with that, so I'll pull that out here. I could use some quiddity. Daddy needs some quiddity. Oh, that's great, another creature. So I have 2 quiddity, so I can put up a... We got a 3 defense, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a big imp. 3.
Your imp is very large, from what I hear. So I'm going to...
Can't speak from experience, but...
yeah, he's not Stubbs. So yours goes away, but yours stays, and
you get to call a die.
I get to call a die. Great, I can call more freaking... Oh, I'm going to call a brown one. I kind of like that. That's probably a dumb move, but anyway. So, yeah, so in the 2 tournaments that were feeding into that, you did not... completed.
I did not get into the top 4 of either one, no.
However, I may have snuck in on Chad in an effort to get you into Masters and poison his food with salmonella.
I don't believe that part, but his food was poisoned.
Yes. And he got sick. And unfortunately, we chose to stay, rather than at the hotel, we stayed at the condominium down in Chicago, where my ex-wife lives. And we were asleep when Masters started on Sunday, and you didn't get to be in.
Yeah,
I'm very sorry about that.
I was an alternate, and my name was called, and it wasn't there. So
Did you take your points?
I did. I'm now at 2.
Okay. See? Gotta kill you fast.
It's true. I'm well on my way to winning this game.
You have big imps. So, the Masters turned out to be JVM and Keith Christensen and Walter. What's Walter's last
Langdorf.
name? Langdorf?
Yeah, something like that.
And
Dan something. Dan Salmon.
Dan
Salmon.
Trout?
Something like that. Damn Trout.
Dan
Like
Trout. And then we had some other guys that I
do not know.
I kind of have seen their face before. But
Jeff Jar, which is the Quarriors 2 player I played in hardcore, he made it in.
Okay. I would highly recommend you checking out endgamegaming.com.
.net.
.net.
Mm-hmm.
Because .net because it's .com. Homestar Runner at. It's .com. And check it out there. They do a great job there, telling me all about what the results were. They share all the JVM lists for you Legion players out there, so you don't have to think. And check out for all your gaming needs endgamegaming.net, and you'll have all the masters up there. Watch some really exciting games over on today on Sunday. Watch JVM play Keith Christensen in where we had some of the best hair in all of War Machine facing off against each other.
We didn't have any Jason Flanzer, but...
No. Didn't he shave his hair?
I think it might be back. I don't know.
With that much hair, he probably grows it back like a Dickens.
Probably took a weekend. So.
He grows hair like the Dickens, doesn't he? I just wanted to say the Dickens. I got my light's flashing on. I wonder if somebody tried to text me with interesting facts. No, but I did I have picked up 4 followers on Twitch TV since the beginning. So thank every one of you. Also, keep in mind, folks, that MenothJohn is now on the YouTubes. I have my YouTube channel that...
So you're telling me this is going to be permanent?
Oh, this is permanent.
Yeah.
Part of the deal... I may not make this permanent after what you called me.
You just edited that out, right?
With what? My good looks? I don't have any editing software. Class Wookie 79 is now following me. I'm just picking up followers.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to press this button. Whose turn is it anyway?
It's yours.
It's yours.
I just finished buying.
Okay.
You just scored that guy.
Yep, didn't...
Indeed
Putting you to 5. 1/3 of the way to the win.
Whoa! My plans are working out perfectly.
Math.
Okay, so... but yeah, it was a great game. Keith played Gotvana versus JVM, and JVM was playing... Saren versus with a couple of Scythians, a couple of Angelius. He had a... did that one have the Seraph in it?
Yes.
Okay. And also had some Forsaken in there and things like that. And just tune in, all you Legion players. It's just the same thing you always run. So y'all know what it is. And so it really was a knockdown drag out. Morvana is off the hook.
So good.
Keith Christensen has played 5 games with Gotvana, and he gave JVM all he was worth.
And he was probably going to win, more than probably, but took a lot of time on his turns because it was a newer caster and faction for him, and ran out of time. But he's definitely in a better position than JVM was at the time that he ran out of time.
Yeah, there's no question about that. All right, that's what I was looking for. Okay, so I'm going to put up the Death Dealer. We'll deal some
kill
death.
Nothing.
Oh, kill absolutely nothing.
There's no creatures out. Correct?
But it sounded good at the time, didn't it? And I'll get a portal. All right. See if that Death Dealer can hang on. He's a 4 defense, so that's pretty good. We're pretty excited about that. And then the finals came down between JVM. That's Jake Van Meter for most of you. I think there's some of you...
Sir Jake Van Meter, please. Esquire.
Lord Jake Van Meter.
Yeah. I just call him Stinky. And he's just an awesome fella. And he played up against a Dirty Rotten Cricks player in the finals. And the Cricks player was playing P. Denny, really taking a shot there with one of the weaker casters, and decided to run it up against, let's see, who he had? P. Vale.
Yes, Vale won.
And a barely playable caster. I really respect JVM for reaching down deep in the caster pool
Yeah.
and picking on her. And it really came down to terror checks.
Yeah.
I think if you had to say, and this is in all honesty, I like the kid Jake a lot just because he's such a good guy. He doesn't beat me up for it. I'm sure that I'm going to go to Detroit to something, and they're going to leave me in some awesome part of Detroit.
They're like, hey, yeah, the bathrooms are right around that corner there.
Remember that time? That should be Chuck. It'll be like, hey, remember that time? I'm Chuck. And so anyway, it came down to there was a set of blood witches. Thanks for kidding. That's great.
You got it, guys. You got it.
Jeez Louise. There was a time that some blood witches came in, got too close to a Forsaken, failed the terror check, had a set of Nis come in and do this. Was it a Nis?
Yeah,
Nis.
Yep.
Nis.
They failed their command check.
Yep.
There was one other command check that got failed too.
It was the Blood Witches again. They failed twice.
After
they rallied, they failed again.
Unbelievable. And he really was tying up the Blood Witches for the most part with some...
Did you just kill my
reindeer?
creature?
Yes, I did.
You're a meanie.
These imps go down like a prom dress.
They do to this sucker. He's a beast.
Man. Now all those are gone and they're all in his hands.
Yeah, well...
So I guess it's just up to me.
That's why you guys shouldn't have been following me with the imps. You should have been buying death dealers.
Little did we know that there was a diversionary tactic.
That's alright. I only pulled 3 of them. I won't get too many.
I'm really glad you didn't say you pulled 3 imps. Because that wouldn't have sounded right.
No.
Anyway, so that was a really lousy pull I just had. And so it ended up giving Jake enough time to do the attrition that he needed to do. And the Forsaken really were the star of the show. He blight bombed 3 times that I saw, I think.
The big one was he got like a good 7 of the Nis in the blight bomb. And that's, for those keeping track, that's what, 4 to kill?
I don't know. He
I think
killed all
they're
but
around
2
11.
of them.
Yeah, I think they're 4 to kill. So that was super important.
That was a whole lot of crap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 going to get me anything decent? 1 away from good. I don't know. Would have got me a mighty death dealer had Steampunk Jim not taken all of the damn things. Cast the spell to destroy all creatures, including yours. Remove your corrupted. I'm going to take one of them.
What?
That's a 1 use, though.
It's a 1 use.
Then you throw the die away.
Yeah, but it's mean to me.
And gain 1 corrupted quiddity die from the wilds.
You sure you want that?
That seems like a shitty die. Hang on.
Let's go back on that.
Let's rewind that a little bit. I'm going to. Wow, these are really garbage. And I should take a creature.
We got a lot of really pricey creatures out there.
The ghosty ones confuse me.
Yeah, I don't understand how that
So I'm going to
works
take
at
another
all.
goblin because. What a great way to play a game, huh? Well, that one confuses me, so I'm going to avoid it. It scares me. It's like knowledge. Oh, I don't want any of that. Burn the witches! Oh, so the person that's following me now on Twitch is Das Wookie 79. So it's German Wookie.
Ah,
Das Wookie 79. I would assume that's not their age.
probably not.
Probably the year they were born.
Maybe.
That's really younger than me.
Maybe they meant 69 and they mistyped.
Could be. My followers out there have great skills.
It could be a kinky new position.
Oh.
I don't know what it would be, but...
You ever heard the song Yellow Laser Beams by MC Frontalot?
Nope. Sounds lovely, though.
Should probably play that for you. See how's everybody doing out there in television land?
Alright, I'll take 2 glory, please.
Command
glory.
checks are my father's bane. He failed 3 in a row today. I'm sorry for your father. Let's see.
My father had that with my my mother too.
3 times?
3 command checks.
Yeah.
Failed all of them.
I failed. So did my turn. The last one, there was a long interval between the second one and the third one, but 3 command checks were failed. The last command check resulted in the famous quote of, "You're fucking kidding me." Tin Man XL is out there. We're very excited about that. Internet YouTube star Tin Man XL.
All right. I don't know who that is at all.
He's my new guy. And passing a command check allows jack marshals to drive their jacks. That is true.
Please throw that for me.
That's a little more tech than we want in this podcast, though,
Yeah,
man.
tone it down a little.
Just bring it down to the level of the people.
You don't have to put it in your pile if you don't want to. You can put it in that pile.
Which pile? This pile?
That white pile.
Oh,
But if you want to add a
I'm just adding dice. Bring me all the dice.
Okay, that's your go, John.
Okay.
You got 2 creatures out.
Ugh.
And
This
we
game
also
is
learned this
horrible.
trip that apparently this is the only board game that I can actually win.
Nobody has won this. We need to play your game after this.
Yeah, let's play Love Letter after
We're
this.
going to
and
play
then I
Love
can
Letter
lose
after this.
horribly.
If you haven't played Love Letter yet,
3 guys on the table playing a game called Love Letter.
you should play it. It's a good game.
It's completely okay for 3 straight males to play this
Absolutely. We're very, very manly men. All right, so let's see. I'm going to turn these guys loose. All right, so I get a 2. Suck it. Couple rerolls in here. Man, I need some quiddity. I need to get some decent dice. All these goblins and crap.
game. Oh, I said I had 3 of those Berserker guys. Actually, I have 4.
Yeah, there you
Yeah.
go. So now I get 2 more dice. All right, finally rolled a creature. Okay, so I'm going to put him over here. Then I'm going to re-roll this guy. Okay, so that's that. And then I'm going to re-roll this guy. Okay, and let's see what I got here. I got 1 to put him up. 1 to put him up. 1 to put him up. And then I can buy something with a 2.
I don't think we have anything except for the burns.
Just the browns.
Yeah.
And so my attack is 2, 4, 5.
And I've got a total of 6.
Okay, so that's unfortunate. And then I'll buy a brown just for the heck of it.
They're not
To
bad.
replace the one that you called earlier.
Which is, it's a recursive thing. It's like necrosurgeons and mechanithrals.
Yeah, you're just recreating them. I
Right.
see.
This sucks harder than they do. All right. So that was the exciting watch. Did a lot of Watch Machine on Sunday.
Yeah, that's all we did. All we did today was watch games, which was a lot of fun.
It was really a lot of fun to watch Masters all the way through.
I did a little crying in the corner. I have to admit.
Yeah, you did.
We
You're kind of a little
disappeared
bitch
for
about
bit.
the whole thing.
True.
And I meant that as a female dog that one might breed.
That if one chooses, they may breed.
That's right. But remember to always get your dogs and cats spayed and neutered. Felt like Bob Barker there. Is that Bob Barker on Price is Right? Yes. Yeah, that's right. Gotta get my pop culture references right. Someone's asking if I saw any cock. Yes, there was cock in a box. It was a glass box, so you could see the cock, and it was quite shiny.
Innuendo aside, all 3 of the heavy inverters were there. 2 of the lights that will be in the battle box were there. The caster from the battle box was there, and then 3 of each of the small base units.
The balls?
The ones. Oh yeah, the 2 of the.
There was a
the
pair of
floating
balls
ones.
for the cock?
There were exactly 1 pair of balls.
They were right in between the really tall
Yes, the
guy.
really cylindrical shaft-like caster was flanked by 2 balls.
Not for nothing, but the PP staff actually said that they didn't think it would go this far.
Did they really? Did you ask them?
I think
That was heard.
I'm attacking for 4.
No.
And this is where Trevor attempts to change the subject. I get 2 so for 4, so I'll take him and him. Okay.
All right, what you gonna buy?
I already did it.
Okay.
Out of torn order again. Well, let's see. Hang on. I just gotta touch it. Oh, no, they ain't gonna work. Gotta hit the escape key. There we go. There, back. Oh, God, my body doesn't work anymore. All right. Let's see what else we do.
I don't know. Does anybody have any questions?
Yeah, any more questions? We're not going to do any more cock jokes. Just letting you know, Corey. You don't need to ask. You don't need to put more.
Wait. Did you just promise not to do any more cock jokes?
Not on this one.
And he did not put an end to that promise, so
I'm
forever
not going to
there
do
will
any
be
for
no
Corey. He's like 10.
Corey, maybe it's bedtime, buddy.
Put on your PJs and take a bath.
Oh, my.
I'll be up after a while to tell you a story. Give you a hint. Thomas makes it back to the roundhouse this time. Where? I'm sorry, Corey. Kinda. Where are we?
Your turn.
I score!
You scored.
Indeed, you score
Wow.
2.
This show will live in infamy. This is my episode 17 from LHR. Only I'm not drunk. So I get 2 glory.
Yes, you're up to 7.
I'm doing so bad. Why do I have 7 points?
I don't know.
How's that?
I'm
You
in
may
last.
want to take a second to show the viewers your shirt.
Oh. If you haven't seen these shirts, there were like 20 of them in the entire world. I got it signed, but you can't see it because he's signed in black marker.
It's kind of how he is.
And you can't
But
read
what does
it on
this
the
say?
video.
It says the heater from Van Meter.
Yes. And the heater, of course, it's got the shape of the Ravagore Fireball. And Jake Van Meter, who has done more for the sale of Ravagores probably than
any other man.
Privateer Press Marketing.
Probably true.
I wonder if he gets a cut off of every Ravagore.
Every Ravagore that gets sold.
Come on down to Crazy Jake.
You know what they need to do? They need to make a signature series. You know,
Yeah.
like the Eddie
An
Bauer.
extreme Ravagore with Jake's head on it. It would have hair. It would have really good hair.
Just beautifully
Sculpted.
hair. Sculpted
Then
hair.
it's starting to go gray.
Yes, I did
I
notice
noticed that.
Poor
When
Jake.
his ass wasn't like 3 feet from my head, and his hair was close, and I could see the gray, and I was like, "Fuck yeah!" There is
That's
a
okay.
God.
Then he'll just go from being a pretty boy to being a distinguished
Yeah,
older
he's got.
gentleman.
Yeah, he's on his way to what? Who's that asshole that was in Ocean's 11?
Oh,
Brad Pitt?
no.
Clooney. He's going to be Clooney.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, so 2 to put up the Death Dealer, 2 to put up the Imp, and the 1 will hang up for good measure.
Jeez.
And
So how much damage did you do?
6?
yeah.
Alrighty.
Oh, but now look at him. He's an 8 now, right?
Yes.
He doubles up.
And it kills none of my beasts.
It's just the damage that doubles up, right?
Yeah, not the defense. Just
Not his
the
defense, just his attack.
Ha-cha-cha. So that was good. And then I'll buy another brown one, continuing to build on my brown strategy. Somehow. Okay. But yeah, the t-shirts were just priceless.
Brilliant. Absolutely perfect.
And Chuck was selling those. And I believe that the proceeds from those t-shirts are going for a charity to buy product for disadvantaged children.
Hair product.
Hair
Yep.
product.
Uh-huh.
For disadvantaged children so that their hair can be as cool as JVM's.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if you see a bunch of styling young white boys in Detroit,
Oh my God,
That's
Corey
why.
did leave the show because
whoopsie.
I'm sorry. He's 15. He did correct the fact that he's 15.
Well, okay.
I'm sorry.
We're horrible people.
No, I don't want to make 2 kids cry this week.
We're gonna not. put
I
that
might have made
story
another
on
kid
you.
cry.
Yeah, we
So
may
I'm
have, as a
no
collective group,
details.
made a child cry,
He made himself cry.
and his
by walking into the cry.
his lip may have been quivering.
Yeah, so we're sorry for that too because it's bad karma to make kids cry. Anyway,
Yep, that happened.
it was exciting in Chicago this weekend. All right.
Oh, you got one of those guys?
I've had him for quite a while.
No, thank you.
Which one you got? Oh, what do they
You
do?
picked up one of those. They do nasty.
When
awful
Demonic
stuff.
Overlord scores, you may remove from the game 1 die from each of your opponent's use piles. That's bad.
Yeah.
Wow, he's good.
He's real good.
Yeah, except for I haven't been able to get a second one, so I've been kind of like hanging on.
We do have one of our watchers that pointed out that he started the cock jokes and that I should feel no sorry. Yo. So, that's alright.
No.
I'm still not going to go there. Because I'm way more cool than that. So if I actually had friends that lived nearby, this is kind of what the show might be like more frequently. It's way the hell better than watching me put slap paint in random ways onto miniatures. Oh my god, look at this pull.
Yes. You got a combined defense of 6 over there?
Yep.
Alright, well, we're going to pull 2 more.
In other words, they both just died.
Yes. So I've got a total. So
That just happened.
so we'll put out all 3 of those, buddies.
Wow. That's
3.
going to be painful.
I'll take that last green. Enjoy, gentlemen.
I would like to get my score above 2 before you guys win. That's
I don't
all right.
understand how you don't have like these points don't belong to you.
I will tell you why, and it is my minor quibble with this game. I have 4 creatures right there, and most of them have been through my bag multiple times now, and I've only rolled 2 creatures out.
Yeah.
And one of them didn't make it all the way around, so sometimes the dice say no, even in this game. Apparently, I roll.
Apparently,
a
a dice
that it
building
has
game.
dice in it.
Yeah, apparently I roll poorly in all dice games.
Turns out this is a dice game.
Yeah.
Might not be for you. Alright. Okay, so... So we got... 2 more dice. Alright. This is not as awesome as one might hope. 2, 4.
We feel so
5.
bad for you. You're only winning the game by like...
We kill all of them?
Yep.
Well, for gosh sakes.
Yeah, I rolled the lower level ones.
So, 1, and then 2 will get these out. That'll leave me with 3. And with 3, I can get a
goblin.
You goblin. Give me another goblins. Alright. So we did Watch Machine on Sunday. Was there any other highlights to the show? I mean, other things that were going on in the hotel. One of the neat things about Adepticon is that it's not just strictly a War Machine show. It is also it is the biggest 40K show in the United States.
Don't pay attention to 40K, so I don't know.
They have space snids or
Something.
basically they ripped off StarCraft, right?
Yeah, that's where it started with
Yeah.
StarCraft.
Yeah, so like the Tyranids are rip-offs of the Zerg.
I'll leave that one go.
And
Troll failed.
yeah. The Games Workshop might predate StarCraft, just telling you.
And Alien might predate Games Workshop in that iteration.
Really?
I think Alien happened before Tyranids. If any viewers out there can confirm.
79, I think, was the first Alien movie.
Oh, yeah, it definitely. 40K hasn't been out for that long, I don't think.
Because they just had their...
We can stop talking about the shitty game now.
Okay, so for those of you who don't know what 40K is, it's a game where you spend thousands of dollars on models whose abilities...
To do exactly what we're doing right now.
Yeah, rolling
dice.
And you roll a die, and whoever wins to go first, the other person removes their models and loses. And you have to have about 40 pounds of dice, and
Roughly.
you roll all of them at the time. And then then you have to sort them all out by 5s and 6s, and then your opponent takes 50 pounds of dice and rolls it and tells you all the dice you rolled didn't matter.
I I just killed all your creatures.
Suck it.
Kerplaki.
No, I'll get the same face on that I had when I was playing Keith Christensen.
All right, my God.
He had far too many animal crackers.
He had quite a few animal
He
crackers.
had a big bucket.
He had a jug of animal crackers that was probably...
Actually, I can show our listening audience, or whatever we are. We're going to get animal crackers now.
And the viewers are going to watch me cheat.
Stop moving those dice.
Sorry.
Yeah. God, I can barely stand up. I'm so old.
So this is the equivalent of what he had, which is huge.
Huge.
I might have had about 4 or 5 drinks in me when I bought that.
Yes.
And then I bought a Hello Kitty drinky cup. And it had a
Yeah.
snacky part on the bottom.
That was adorable.
Yeah, we're not going to go into that. It was adorable, though. Yeah, you know, the nice thing about this is, though, while we're playing the game and all this, we're still more focused than Crippled System.
Yep.
Okay, so we have another question. Does anyone know if JVM used an Archangel in any of his lists? No.
He did not.
No.
He did not.
But we did see someone playing 2 Archangels.
Yeah, that guy was awesome.
They were cool, too. They had really interesting paint on them. They were, like, shimmery.
Yeah.
They were neat. And he was a super nice guy.
Yeah, I really like him. He was nice.
Look at this shit.
What do I want to
You're going to leave me at 2.
Yep.
You hear that?
That was a giggle of pure joy, because
Yeah,
this
sure
pull is awesome.
I am now going to eat.
Alright. That's
horse?
10 damage rolling around you.
Oh, jeez. Yeah. I was going to say, I have immunity, but you're not targeting me with anything. You're just doing
So
a
I'm
shit
just
ton of
wrecking you.
damage.
Yeah.
Well, I have to admit, I did go through the 40K haul and just watch them play some games, and yeah, I was worse off for it.
Was it
I
a
lost
lot of models not moving?
I lost a lot of faith in humanity. I also lost a lot of faith in gaming. Like, apparently you can buy terrain in 40K, like with points.
What?
Yeah, like, so there's like these walls. Like, almost every table I saw these walls set up. And there were multiple places where I saw deployment, basically, like if this was the table they were playing on,
Yeah.
walls around the corner, just like that, and their entire force standing behind the walls, and like never leaving. They just kind of like shot out.
I can buy a wall.
What
It's
a
called
great
Janissa.
game.
She's 3 points.
Yeah, well, these walls are available to like, and then I saw this other guy who basically built his walls right in the center of the table, and then he like flew everything into them, and like I saw like looked like artillery pieces shooting out from. I'm like, this is the worst idea imaginable.
So this is a cinematic game, right? So what I see here is I see like spaceships with concrete L things, you know, like you see along the highway, drop shipping them in. It's like boom, 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 boom. They lay them in a perfect circle, and then more drop ships come and drop the Space Marines in the middle.
Yeah, something like that.
That's totally how a military strategy would work.
Uh-huh.
Bring in the concrete.
I saw tons of those little wall things. I just walked around, literally, I saw them on almost every table.
By the way, John, I think it was John Spencer confirmed that, yep, that's a thing. It's like Tetris. Awesome. $1,000 Tetris. I can get Tetris for like $2 or $1
on your own.
iPad.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, sure.
This game is going downhill at 100 miles an hour, much like my game against Keith Christensen. Those things are hitting the spot right now.
Nah, those are good.
And it has nothing to do with the fact. Well, we ate good food while we were in Chicago.
Oh man, to be.
We should probably touch on the food situation. If you ever go to Adepticon, do the best you can not to eat at the hotel, because you have two choices. You have dry ass sandwiches, which suck donkey convergence, and then you have $20 hamburgers that if you hit at the right time you get for $10, which is still too friggin' much. Although it was delicious.
There's this place called Harry Carey's that's right off of the hotel.
Named after a drunk broadcaster.
Indeed. And,
Holy cow!
And there's a holy cow out front. Mm-hmm. And they have a $53 steak, and they have $35 prime rib, and...
For $53 in Chicago, that steak better come with an attachment.
Yeah, I mean, that's...
A steak attachment.
I don't care where you're at, $53 for a steak, it better be pretty frickin' good.
Magical!
So, yeah. I went in there and had a $16 burger, which was a mistake, but it was good. I don't know if it was $16 good, but it was good.
Well, before that, we went to Lou Malnati's.
That was good. That was well worth the money.
Yeah, it's probably the best pizza I've ever had or ever will have.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I got a wimpy imp and 2 creatures. So I'll put them up just for the hell of it. So that is 2 quiddity, 3 quiddity, and I have 2 quiddity left. This just stinks. I just can't get anywhere. I can't get them.
So you attack 2 for 3, and you've got a 4, so that's not good.
It does nothing.
Huh.
Well, all
Help
4
us,
of my
Obi-Wan, you're our only hope.
all 4 of my death dealers are in my discard pile or in play, so I won't kill them like immediately.
It's like a rainbow. Yeah, we got somebody that knows what loose pizza is. It's the bomb. Did you see any good or interesting troll lists at Adepticon? Well, let's ask our resident troll expert, Steampunk Jim. Did you see any lists that were exciting or interesting that tickled your fancy?
Well, I saw Chad play his Gristle 1 list. That's what he played against me. So the one that he's talked about on Museum Minis before. And he's really damn good with that list. I've tried it myself, and I'm not anywhere near as good with that list as he is.
What makes the degree of difficulty of it as far as running it all that hard?
It's all board placement for me.
Mm-hmm.
Because for those that don't know, basically the point is to stack all these buffs and debuffs. So you want to be able to get Flaming Fists onto your Caber Throwers or your Long Riders. You want to get Calamity onto the target, and then you want to get one of your Beasts onto the target and charge of the Trolls onto this unit. So you get all these stacking buffs. And I'm just not good at the placement enough to get all of those coordinating at the same time, where he is very good at that. So...
Okay,
yeah.
you guys aren't going to like this, but I just placed the Lord of the Quarry.
Woo! That sounds bad for us.
Yeah, all other level 1 creatures in your ready area gain +2 attack and +2 defense as long as Lord of the Quarry is in your ready area. So
he's like the Choir of the Quarry.
Yes, so the Lord of the Quarry is doing 8 damage, and these guys are doing 3 apiece.
Holy hell. Boosh!
So,
yeah, my wimpy imp.
that's a little bit of 14 to the face.
Oh my gosh. And that's like, what? Oh my
I got like a fistful of goblins and basic quiddity.
Yeah, that's
What the
like a
hell was
total-
I still only have 2 points.
I suck at this game. Wow.
Jeez, Lou, that thing's a monster.
So let's see, anything else we got going on here? Stream froze on me. Well, try rebooting. Control Alt Delete. You're an IT guy.
Alt F4.
Alt F4. You heard it here, folks. So now we're giving out War Machine Tech and Tech. That's 2 techs.
Tin Man asked if there were any hilariously modified armies. I'm sure there were in the 40K room. There was a lot of modified stuff, and I don't know jack about 40K, so I looked at it, and to me, it could have been an army that was valid. And
It looked like one of the vectors for the Convergence had a Donginator.
That's true.
Yep.
Yeah, I went there. Dick move. Where did it move to? that was fairly random.
You might have been referring to the Alt F4.
Oh, what does that do?
It closes the window.
That's okay. I'm the kind of guy that Rickroll.
That's IT humor for you.
It turns out that little Rickroll I pulled on the Goat Vana
Oh
announcement
my gosh. that
actually
was
got some
hilarious.
traction.
Yeah.
A few people mentioned it to me over the weekend. So for those who don't know, I pulled off the Troll Elisa. It was the greatest troll of my life. I put up a post on my Facebook, and hopefully those of you who are not Facebook friends with me, maybe someday I'll meet you and you'll become a Facebook friend with me. But I put on there that Privateer Press had announced that they were going to change the feat wording on Emorvana so that it would not bring back solos, which is just close enough to plausible to sucker you in. And what I said was, well, and they went so far as to create a video for the explanation so that you could fully understand and appreciate it. And I might have put up a link for a Rickroll. People got Rickrolled. I hadn't seen a good Rickroll in a long time.
Yeah, I
felt like it was time.
I feel like it was time. I feel like we waited long enough. We were ready for a Rickroll.
Yeah. Every time I bring up a Rickroll, I have to sit and listen because the song it takes me back.
We had a question. Someone's asking what game we're playing. We're playing Quarriors. I don't know where we are though. He just killed everything on the board with this bullshit Lord of the Quarry broken ass crap.
This has got to be the longest game of Quarriors I've ever played, and we're still
way far down.
Yeah, we're not even close to a victory.
It could be we're not focused.
It's true. I believe it's your turn.
That would be why we're not focused.
I did tell you it was your turn.
I'm busy entertaining my people. I'm like Jay Leno with less chin.
And more talent.
I have shitty dice. And I never score, so I never get rid of them. And I keep buying browns. What's wrong with me?
Yes, we are back in Wisconsin, and no, I did not win the bag. John did.
Again!
That might have happened.
He's won a Battle Phone bag twice in a row now.
Yeah, I'm going to try and talk about selling it to me is what I'm going to do. For less expensive. Because I really need another bag.
We can talk about how you can earn that bag tonight, big boy.
Oh boy. Now here's an interesting anecdote.
Uh-oh.
The universe is trying to tell me to play Circle.
Yes, indeed it is.
Because today, as many know, the Adepticon swag bags are some of the greatest. And
shockingly good again this year.
And for the third year in a row, Privateer Press has given battle boxes away to the first 1,000 swag bags. And the battle box I received is a Circle battle box. Now, this is significant because this is literally the 5th Circle battle box that I have either won or been given or whatever. So I think it's about high time that I get into Circle.
I am joining the cult of the Lord of the Quarry.
I see.
Suck it! Alright.
Take your stupid amount of...
So what are you going to do with 5 Kayas or however many you have now?
I've gotten rid of all the other 4. Because they're all metal battle boxes. So.
I will score 5 glory.
Oh, shit.
Still not winning.
But you got Tiger Blood. It was a Sheen reference. You're not winning. Still not winning. You got Tiger Blood. See what I did there, the internet? That's called being self-referent. Not self-referent. I was referencing another meme. That's got to be something.
It's got to be worth something, yeah. What? I don't know.
You know, this thing is as disjointed as my drunk kitchen without all the booze.
I've never actually watched that. Is it
my god, it's fucking hysterical. It's become... The early episodes are... Well, it depends on how offended you are by alcohol. So she gets hammered. But the earlier episodes are really, really funny. I think Hannah Hart is very funny for an internet personality.
Not sure how it happened, but that was in my dad's bag.
I tried to play her in Tyr and had no luck. You're Hannah Hart? How do you play her in Tyr?
I believe it takes booze and food.
Are you talking about
to hit Tier 4, you gotta have...
You have both?
Yes.
Yeah, that's great. That's 2. Don't worry, we only have 2 people with her locally for now. 2 people with Hannah Hart? She's gay. She's 2 people. That sounds like polygamy. Hey, we got people from Utah here. There we go. We've gone all the way across the board.
Non sequitur.
Yeah. Oh, talking about Godvana. Yeah, coming to a theater near you all throughout the War Machine community.
Oh, plan on seeing her a lot.
So the tech that Will Pagani shared with me is that one of the only ways you can deal with her is to kill whatever unit you're decided to attack, kill as many of it, or all of it, hopefully, as you can. Because if the unit's gone, those models can't come back. So, you know, my buddy Danny here locally runs a lot of multi-wound. So it's very hard to get rid of them. One tactic I saw for getting rid of the Skinwalkers was to do a power attack sweep with Adjudicator under Ignite and Choir. That's power 21. They tend to fall over dead real fast that way. However, you have to have an Ignited Adjudicator to get that done. Minions doesn't have an Ignited Adjudicator.
It's true. To answer the previous question about Signar, how about never?
Were they asking when we're going to start playing Signar?
Yes.
Your turn, John.
Did you just buy a dragon?
Sure did.
Where's the other dragon? Who bought the first one?
That would be me.
Here you go. Here's a Thunderhead to get you started.
Buying? No, I didn't get that damn thing away from me. Double dragon, huh?
Mm-hmm.
But I like Trevor Christensen. I wish he would play with me.
I'd like to remind everyone that John has not been drinking this evening.
Well,
yeah. This is straight sober.
You should see these two puppies. They're walking around like someone shot their animal, and I'm like, hey, I'm Chipper, I'm ready to rock and roll. I'm also 5 or 6 years older than... How old are you?
You're 9 years older than me.
9 years old? You're so fucking weak. All right, here we go.
Right, you're 44?
Yeah, I'm 44.
I'm 35.
All right. So you're like 10. You're like the youngest guy I know.
Yeah.
I'm 25.
25.
Give me some time. I'm growing up.
Turns out I'll be getting just as older.
You're old enough to be his father.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you should respect me. I'm very respectable. After what you said to me earlier, you owe me an apology.
I'm sorry, John. I realize that now that people on the internet can't take that as well as we can.
Did you only have the one on that? I see.
What the hell did I do? Yeah, that was the one. Alright, so this is a whole bucket of nothing.
I do have creatures out. They're really wimpy ones.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and I'll ready this one, and we'll ready these two. And then we'll do one over here. So that's one and that's one. So I'll just put that over there. Alright. She can't be that bad. JVM beat her with Legion. Well, let's talk a little bit about that.
We should talk about Jake's list if you think that's an honest opinion.
That list had more damn RFP available to it than you can shake a stick at, and he still brought 10 models back.
And the other important fact is that game that Keith played with Morvana 2 against Jake was his 6th game he's ever played with her.
Yep.
So and Jake had an Afflictor, which removes from play. Jake had 2 Ravagors that both remove from play.
Scythians.
Or, excuse me, Scythians. I don't know why I always want to mix those two up, but he had Scythians and Afflictors.
JVM. It's a thing.
Yeah, whatever. But, I mean, Slaughterhouse is a great Animus. Go look it up.
Yep.
Especially on the Scythians.
And, oh, by the way, JVM has some skills.
Yeah, he's a good player, turns out.
Turns out he might have won a few things. And while Keith certainly has skills, too, no taking away from that. But to walk into a faction that you have never played, put 5 games with, and end up in what was arguably the true finals table, she might be a little OP.
Yeah, maybe.
Lady Goat is fair and balanced. That's really funny. Goat Vana beat Bill O'Reilly. That's very funny. Well, my creatures didn't survive this round.
Nope.
Holy hell, you got one of those things again.
Yeah.
Should I just kill these guys?
I'm trying to figure out what I can afford here.
Oh, that's right, Jude. Okay.
Yeah. 8 damage.
Oh, yes.
Good God.
Slappity, slappity.
Yeah. Hella dead. I'm not getting another point in this game.
I'm gonna hit the escape key.
There we go. It's been well. We're talking a lot about War Machine. This is a multitasking. That's why this game is taking so long.
Also, for some reason, nobody can keep a creature till like their own turn.
Yeah, that's dead.
What? You're kidding me?
A 6/6 dragon and 2 3/2 death dealers. So suck it.
This is hands down the longest game of Quarriors I've ever played by like triple.
Nobody is scoring.
And I have like the world's wimpiest cadre of creatures. This is terrible. So, yeah, so that was that. And then we didn't lose. We ate at Portillo's.
So good.
We ate at Claim Jumpers and saw cleavage.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
It'll be the famous cake and tits picture that you may see floating around the internet.
Yep. She got so excited that a cake fell out of her tits. So let's see here. Reroll. Who rerolled this? 2 quiddity. Yeah, 4 whole quiddity here, huh? No, this is not going to do anything. But God, my guys suck. All right, there you go. Woo! Total attack of 2, 3, 4.
He's got 6.
Yeah, right. Okay.
I don't know that he built it specifically for circle players, his Saren list, but I do think that he chose to take it as one of his possible lists in Masters because of the potential of seeing a circle player.
Here you go, Trevor.
My go.
I'd really like it if we could have a beast survive. That'd be cool.
I think our audience would like us to finish this goddamn game.
Maybe we can just shut them off and keep going.
We'll keep on going. We love my people. According to us, we got 24 watchers right now.
For
You
the
guys are like
cast.
charisma distilled.
That's a whole lot of bumpkins.
Wow, that sucks. You got a wimpy imp and but you got a lot of quiddity because that's a 2 quiddity right there.
Right. So I'm up to 8, which is 1 shy of the prize.
Yeah.
Guess it'll have to be a dragon.
All of a sudden, dragons are second-rate creatures.
I know. I guess I'll settle for a
This is going to be one of those
dragon.
stupid games that goes when we get rid of 4 creatures worth of cards, and then it just ends.
Does that count? Or is it
No.
only creatures?
Creatures.
Yeah, we're going to run out of creatures here before anything else.
I'll take 8.
Or it may just end now.
I'm in the last.
So you're at 11?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
4 points off.
And I'll get rid of it.
It's almost over, folks. He's
Now
about
we're going
to
to play a
win.
different game that'll be really interesting.
That was a lot quicker.
Didn't you kill all this? No, what did you do?
Oh. I haven't
It's his
actually
turn to
rolled.
roll.
I should probably do that, huh?
Yeah.
I'm getting excited about running points.
Animal crackers are now the delicious snacky food of painting with MenothJohn.
Because we are 7 years old.
No, we are not going to play Risk. Good God. We're here all night.
And everyone knows there's only one path to victory in Risk.
Not playing?
Land War in Asia?
No.
Never getting a land war in Asia.
Taking over Australia and then turtling.
Forever.
That's how Signar would play.
Well, take a break, guys.
Maybe I'm a closet Signar player.
2... Give me
You heard it here first.
Brown.
2 what?
Just 1 brown.
1 brown. We're buying browns now. Does that count as a creature?
No. Basic quiddity.
I see.
Gosh. Wait a second. Did something happen that I actually, scored?
He did 2 points, which
So
you got
you
a
lose
guy.
1.
No,
No.
Got 3
he's
guys
got a
with
guy
2.
that can handle it.
No, oh no.
So they all
Attack
have
of
2.
So I gotta kill him.
Mhm.
That's fine.
So you score 3.
I score 3. Woo!
I'm again in last place.
So up to 10. How the hell am I moping along this close to being... This is ridiculous. This is the dumbest game we've ever played of this. Alright, so did they say they're buying brown? Fairly certain... That's terrible.
Yeah, that's not
You're not
exactly.
reading that.
That's terrible. It's because of you, Jim. Remove yourself from this thread. Alright, so I'm going to put this guy up for 2. And he's going to go up to strength a gajillion. And, I still had 4 left, didn't I?
I don't know.
I think I did.
Okay.
Let's say yes.
I could buy one of the confusing ones. Or I could buy one of these and try to drive towards the end of the game. There we go. More goblins.
I'm going to end up... So when the 4th creature is purchased, the game ended immediately?
Immediately.
So I'm going to be in last place at that point, is what you're telling me.
It's okay. I'm okay with that. As long as it's not me.
Alright.
Just get this over with, Trevor. Roll 2 quiddity. Let's end this game right now.
Well, no, you got 1, 2... That'll only be the 3rd one.
Oh, because there's a spell, huh? Okay.
Yeah, that spell don't count.
Never mind. Still game to be played.
Oh, God. Well, he just put up like 400 attack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That kills that son of a gun.
But he's not a level 1 creature, right? You didn't want those dice anyway.
I sure didn't.
Alright.
I just got so many, I could never get rid of them.
Got a wagon full of pancakes.
I'm sad we don't get to go back to that breakfast place.
Yeah, we went to Grandma Sally's in Naperville. It's one of them Greek family restaurants. It's really good. You had blintzes for the first time today and were underwhelmed.
I was. I would have rather had crepes.
Yeah, crepes are better than blintzes. You heard it here first. The official breakfast food is not blintzes.
I'd never even heard of a blintz before I came here.
Then I kind of stuck to more basic stuff. You went kind of nuts with something called an Italian skillet.
Yeah, it was
It had
not great.
About a pound of cheese on it and a pound of mushrooms.
Yeah, and
What's Italian about a pound of cheese and a pound of mushrooms?
I don't know. Had Italian sausage, which was fine.
That doesn't make it Italian. It just makes it sausage with a pound of cheese and a pound of sauce.
All right, so I got 8 to throw up.
8, huh?
Yeah.
What are they coming at me
Well,
with?
here you got
A 6 and a 3.
a 6. So if you kill that one will stay.
Alright.
Or
Is there any way I can keep this one up?
Sure.
Well, yeah, you can take that one. I was trying.
Yeah,
Don't listen to
no,
mine.
I want that one to stay.
Okay. All right.
Because I might not be in last if that one stays.
All right, my turn. And I got a decent die up here. Okay, so that one stays, and I pull 2 more dice.
Damaris got the Menoth army from Fallen Studios, Jason Tate, a bunch of Privateer Press people. MenothJohn helped base them.
Mm-hmm.
Charles Foster donated his battle engine, I think.
Yeah, Vessel of Judgment.
Who did the Archangel?
I think Jason Tate painted it. I'm not sure who donated the model.
Should probably give him the model.
So it's just some people in the community that wanted to help him out because he'd lost all his Menoths. So.
His house burned down.
Yeah.
So if you're playing along with the Muse on Main drinking game, Drake. So that's 5 quiddity. And I'm going to buy another goblin.
Okay. So that's to me.
Yeah, so we got 3 empty creatures.
I score 5 victory points, 5 glory.
5 in the blue. So you go to 12. You're now in first place.
Correct. And when I score this creature... Oh, no, it's only if you have the star.
Mwahahaha!
Dang. That would have been cool.
What was it?
It takes one of your dice of each of your dice and removes them from the game.
That would have been real sad.
Yes.
Hey, Ron! Woo! See what else happened at Adepticon. I bought an airbrush again.
That wasn't your first?
Nope, I ruined my first airbrush. Airbrushes are very fragile. And
I don't like this.
Badger Airbrushes has a hell of a deal.
God.
I got half off.
Piece of garbage?
I can't.
What the hell?
I can't get it into play though. Yet. I'm going to work on it though.
You're gonna reroll. We're gonna see how this works out.
If I can get that into play,
It's game over, man.
It's got an attack of 10.
Yeah, it's real big.
It's like a weapon master.
Oh, one quiddity. Enjoy.
Level 4, doesn't it? Wow.
is that mine too?
No, that's mine.
That's not mine.
Dang it.
Wow, that is the shittiest roll ever.
You get to put up one of those. One brown.
All right.
Is that going to take any of yours out?
No.
No, mine either.
And you win the game.
Yep, I get 6 and win.
Thank God this is over.
Woo!
On the note of Ron, how many Retribution players did you guys see there?
Not a lot.
No, maybe a couple.
Just a couple.
Yeah, just a couple.
Not very many.
Self-loathing is less prevalent in the Midwest. So you probably are going to see less of them.
You can. I don't recall seeing any in the tier tournament. There was a few in hardcore. There was a Hyperion I saw.
I'm sorry, if you take a theme list
There's a
in
few in the-
Retribution, I can't help you.
Yeah.
There was a few in the team tournament.
Empty your sacks out, boys. We got to find out. We need to get all the dice out. Actually, it works out pretty good if you... Whoops. Works out if you put everything on the cards first. So we're going to be resetting here. This is normally a time of the podcast. Let's see, 9:30. Wow, we're closing in on when I normally shut the show down.
Well, we can shut it down.
No, we're going to go extra long tonight.
Aye.
We're going to play at least one more of these, this card game of Trevor's. It's called Love Letter for some reason. Not sure I understand completely.
It's called Love Letter because the theme of the game is that you're trying to earn the affection of the princess.
Inconceivable.
Holy cow!
Holy cow! God, Harry Carey was such a talent. Alright. This is an extended dance mix version of Painting with MenothJohn. If you haven't released the Kraken by now, release the Kraken, yada yada yada. You know the whole shtick.
No, not lots and lots of Crix players. There was some.
How many were in Masters? There was one.
Just one.
Just one. I don't know that you can take much out of who got into Masters just because of the kind of the way it went down. There should have been Troll player there and a few other people. So anyway, I think there was a pretty good distribution, except for didn't really see a lot of the usual suspects: Rhett, Mercs, Minions, Kador.
How many Protectorate players were there?
It seemed like there was a lot of Protectorate players.
But there was only one at the Masters table. A lot of Protector players
No,
in general, though.
Yeah.
Krios was doing his thing.
That was...
Has anybody played Love Letter before? Besides these two?
Seems like I'm seeing like a lot of dice.
Have you looked in your bag? There's a lot of dice here. There's a lot of dice here.
Yeah, that's fair.
There's a lot of dice here.
That's fair. This was the best thing they ever did.
That little
Just before they jumped the shark with this game. It was really smart what they did. Can't begin to describe to you what a pain in the butt this game was to deal with before they did this to it.
No, there was no mention of anything. It's really not a privateer press con. I mean, there was privateer press people there, but they don't have a booth. They don't really talk about new products there too much. For the most part, they just try to do demos for 40K players.
Yeah.
Lots of that.
That's why they
Which is why the swag bag is so awesome.
Yeah.
I saw 2 Merc players. Chuck Ellswick was playing Mercs.
Yep.
I don't know who else was playing Mercs, but I saw somebody on the sheet was playing Mercs.
Saw a couple galleons.
Oh, did we talk about who's the boss?
Oh, no, we didn't talk about who's the boss.
That's a fun one to talk
We can
about.
talk about who's the boss after we get everything. We'll make that the topic of conversation for this.
No, the Love Letter game is not played with a standard set of cards. So, in Love Letter, there is this small deck of cards. There are 16 cards in the deck. The 16 cards each have a special ability, which is on this card here, letting us know. We shuffle them. One card is pulled out of the deck and placed off to the side. We do not know what card it is. And then we're each dealt 1 card. On your turn, you draw a card from the deck. You choose one of the cards in your hand and you play it. The cards are the Guard, the Priest, the Baron, the Handmaid, the Prince, the King, the Countess, and the Princess. Each card has a different ability, and the whole point of the game is to try to eliminate your opponents. If you eliminate your opponents and you're the last person in the round, you get a token of affection, which is these red blocks. In a 3-player game, I believe you need to have 5 of them to win. We continue drawing cards and trying to eliminate our opponents until one person is left or until all cards have been drawn from the deck. When all cards have been drawn from the deck, we reveal the cards that we have in hand, and whoever has the highest number in hand wins the round. So, I'll go first. I'm going to draw a card, and I'm going to play this card, which is a Guard, and the Guard says, name a non-Guard character, or non-Guard card, and choose another player. If that player has that card, he or she is out of the round. So I'm going to choose Baron, and I'm going to choose you, Mr. MenothJohn.
And I'm out.
He had a Baron.
He had a Baron.
See, it's an exciting game for the host of the damn show.
So, I'm already eliminated one of my opponents, and as long as I don't get eliminated by Steampunk Jim, I will win the round.
Alright, so I'll draw a card, and I'm going to discard the Handmaid, which reads, until your next turn, ignore all effects from other players' cards.
So, I cannot target him with any of my effects, but I'm going to draw another card. I'm going to play the Baron, which normally, if he hadn't played the Handmaiden, says, you and another player secretly compare hands. The player with the lower value is out of the round. So I would show him that card, which he's not going to see because it just went past him really quickly. And I would say, he would show me his card, and whoever had the biggest number would still be in the round. The other person would be eliminated. But because of the Handmaiden, I can't target him, so that card does me nothing. It goes to his turn.
We're going to play the Handmaid again.
Gee.
What an exciting game of Love Letter.
Exciting game here of Love Letter where I cannot target him with any abilities. Look, here, I have a Guard. I will name the Princess, which doesn't matter because I can't see your hand.
I will now take provocative poses for our fans out there.
Oh, my.
Oh, jeez. I apologize for you all.
Alright, I'm going to play the Guard, and I'm going to ask Trevor if he has a Prince.
And those at home will know that I do not have a Prince.
But now we'll look on the feed.
Indeed, if he watches closely, you'll
Which
see what
I'm
card
not
I
going
have.
to do because it's not worth it.
I will play...
Camera's not that sharp.
It's true, they have no idea what I have. I will play the Prince, which says, look at another player's hand. And because I only have one other player to target, I'm going to look at your hand. And he has the King in hand, which the King, if he plays it, allows him to trade hands with somebody else. But now that I know he has the King, he's probably going to have to get rid of it, or I'm going to try to eliminate him.
I am going to play the king, and we're going to trade hands.
And now I know what he has because I've showed it to you. So I will draw a card. I will lay the guard card down, which allows me to choose a card in his hand, which I will choose the Countess because I know that's what he has in hand, and I have won the round.
It's pretty simple.
It's very simple. The only card you didn't see played, you didn't see the princess or the prince played. The prince allows you to force your opponent to discard their hand and redraw. The princess does nothing except for if you discard her for any reason, you lose the round. And the countess. The countess, if you have this card and the king or prince in your hand, you have to discard the countess. So it may play your hand. If you play the countess down, they may know you have a prince or the king. However, you can play the countess and sort of bluff, I guess.
We call that lying.
In Wisconsin.
Yeah, so we're going to play one more hand of this. We're getting towards the end of the show. We're past the normal end of the show. We'll play one more round of this. Any other final thoughts on Adepticon?
Heck of a time. That was really fun.
Good time. It's not the cheapest con to go to. You have to pay for each of the different events you want to go to. It's really expensive when you sign up for the event and pay for it and then don't participate.
Sure is.
Which is kind of what I did. And so there. That's we're gonna play one more round here and then we'll do the sign off. And what the hell?
I won the round, so I have to go first.
Okay.
I will play the Handmaiden, keeping me from being targeted for a round.
I'll play the guard, and I'm going to say prince.
Go fish. I've played the countess.
Interesting. So he could have the king or the prince, or he could be bluffing. But I'm not going to go off of that. I'm going to play the guard and say you have a prince. Okay. If you guys are interested in this game, it's called Love Letter. It's made by AEG. And it's cheap, and it's awesome.
It's very awesome.
Trevor, I'd like to look at your hand, please.
Okay.
So he played the prince, forced me to look at, or gets to look at my hand.
Keep your hands off the handmaiden.
That's a problem. Because he knows what I have in hand, so I've got to play it. It's the Baron. Can't choose you. I guess, yeah. But I'm going to choose you.
So we compared hands. I had the lower card, so I am out.
The card he had in hand was a priest, which is the number 2. So John knows that I have something that's bigger than number 2.
We'll just let that one alone. I'm getting tired. Okay. And I'm going to say that you have the king.
Wow. I do have the king.
I had the princess. So
you win around.
I went around, and I think we're going to call that an episode tonight, guys. I want to thank you all for tuning in on Twitch TV. Look for this going up onto the YouTube channel here whenever I can. I've got a business trip going up tomorrow morning, and so it may take me a little bit of time to get it uploaded, but I'll try to get it up before I take off for my trip. I want to thank Trevor from Chain Attack and Steampunk Jim for joining me here at Casa John here in beautiful Racine, Wisconsin. Y'all have a good one, and keep painting. Have a good time. Bye.